Welcome back, or welcome to DIS. I am this idiot, and you are hearing me speak again, or for the first time. Whichever it is, welcome, welcome, welcome. I am glad to see you back. And today we are going to go through the homebrew, very rare magic item called Aaraaf, inspired by the poem by the same name by Edgar Allan Poe. Actually, I think it's his first poem, which is interesting. But without further ado, let's see here. Yeah, without further ado, let's get into the magic item itself. Aaraaf, inspired by the poem by Edgar Allan Poe. It's a wondrous item. It is very rare and requires attunement. Hello. Anywho. Braided cords of platinum and ebony wrap around large gray pearls, 4 in number, creating an effect that is at once garish and subdued. Interesting. Like costume jewelry, but in muted tones. Designed as a belt for a medium humanoid, it could be worn as something like a bandolier for those of slimmer waist. While attuned to Aaraaf, you cannot be banished or subjected to any form of forced movement unless you choose to be, and you gain resistance to both radiant and necrotic damage. Additionally, once per long rest, you can cast the Earthbind spell, targeting up to 4 creatures. Hello, Darcy. When cast through Aaraaf, the saving throw is a DC 17, and the spell does not require your concentration. The spell also reduces a creature's burrowing speed to 0 for the duration, pulling them up from the ground at the rate it pulls a flying creature down. Very, very interesting. And on to the review itself. Reading a little summary of the poem Aaraaf. It looks to be of a talking about a place where it's kind of between heaven and hell. So it's not like, it's not paradise and it's not terrible. Just kind of a neither. Kind of there until God decides otherwise, which is really interesting. I assume that the description is part of the poem itself. I haven't read it. I heard that it's kind of complicated and convoluted. But yeah, with that, that's a really cool lore that you can pull from. I assume that the effects in here is also part of the poem in some way. I'm not entirely sure. If you you guys can comment down below if you know of that. But yeah, I like that you can't be banished or any forced movement unless you want to be. And your resistance to radiant and necrotic damage. Those are pretty rare damage types, but pretty nice resistances for those. You can also do Earthbind, which is helpful, targeting up to 4 creatures. It does not cause concentration. DC is 17, and you can also pull creatures up from burrowing, which is really cool. I feel like with that you can maybe you can't choose. It's just like if they're within range, they have to do the saving throw or be subject to this. Earthbind is a very nice spell, especially for anyone who's flying or burrowing or anything like that, as they are, because then they feel like they can leave, but then you just pull them down so you can fight them on your own level, which is really, really cool. But yeah, I like how with the radiant and necrotic damage resistance, it makes sense because radiant would be like, heaven, and necrotic would be hell, so you're resistant to it both because you're kind of neither position. And you can't be banished or subject to forced movement. Maybe that's like part of it, that like you can't leave this area. and then you can try to make sure other people don't leave this area too, which is cool. I think it is pretty balanced, giving you resistance. You can't be, banished, and you can't have forced movement, which is nice. And then Earthbind is really nice. This is a very rare item, requires attunement, so it is powerful, but I think it's good enough for where it is. Join me on Friday as we go through some lore crafting around it. And then we will, on next week, we're going to go on to the legendary magic item. It's another wondrous item. Actually, inspired by Dr. Seuss, and it's called Bitsy Big Boy Boomeroo. And I am not entirely sure. Looks cool. I'll figure out what that's from and talk about that. So that should be fun. Comment down below what you think of Aaraaf. If you think it's, good, you think it should be better, all the stuff around there. Of course, check out my streams, continuing with Neverwinter. I think I'm getting close to the end of, the stories, which is cool. Like, the main story, so I can, do some side quests and stuff, which should be a lot of fun. And going through the free play of Star Wars, so I can get that done. Besides that, anything else that I can think of? I can't think of anything else at the moment. Of course, keep in your mind my sister's D&D inspired bar, so you can keep thinking about that. What else? Of course, like, comment, subscribe. If you want to share, if you want to. Let me know what you think of this thing, and what you would change. I don't think I would change anything about this magic item. And of course, yeah. I think that's about it. Previous episode, channel subscription. If you want to help me, that'd be great. And I'll see you guys in the next video where we lore craft for this wondrous item. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Getting ready to leave. Dissidy it out.